Oh, you came back. Wait, you want more? Good. This is Scribble Kibble, a show where an animator talks about animation. Fancy that. And oh, have I got a treat for you today. A treat in the form of... If you like animation even a little bit and you haven't seen this video, stop here and watch it now. Before I get into everything about this that is flipping amazing, I have a little preface about Gobelins. Gobelins? Thank you, French, for all the silent letters. Gobelins is a god-tier school of visual arts in France. Seriously, if you want to be absolutely mesmerized, find a place where Gobelins posted students' videos and watch everything. I have lots of videos from the school I want to showcase, but we're starting with BREAKUP INFERNO because it's my personal favorite. The reason is because the premise of let's make a breakup as dramatic as possible is illustrated so well by the pacing, the acting, the animation techniques, and the use of color. And I can't resist the symbolism at the very end. That very last shot, it screams. You cannot miss it, especially not with those sound effects. If you don't know what I'm talking about now, just come back in a few years. Okay. An animation like this starts with good planning. So the team knew it wanted to create a breakup story that starts peacefully, abruptly cuts to action, and gets more and more intense until it snaps, and we're back to peace. That's where the pacing comes in. The tune starts with slow, longer shots, the smooth, slithering away motion of the man, calm blue colors, and then the door closes and shot, fast pace. That rhythm starts over again after the title. Long sequences of looking at the same thing that get shorter and shorter until we only see each shot for less than a second. And on top of that, we're getting these insane color schemes. We go from blues in the beginning to reds to haunted dark blues of the forest, and then, I love this, the colors collapse on themselves until skin is hot pink and trees are primary colors. There's green on the ground. The colors are set up specifically to make your brain freak out. Plus, there's loud climactic music, fast motion, and the voice actors screaming at this point. And then one frame later, it's the complete opposite. You're supposed to feel like you've woken up from a nightmare. It takes all of those elements, not just well-drawn character animation, to give you that feeling. The acting in this video is great, by the way. This scene in particular, you can see that the fisherman is only interested in fishing, just as you can see that the girlfriend is only pretending to be interested in the fisherman. What she's really after is her ex. It's acted out both with their body movements and where their eyes are looking. Watch.
Ça sent la belle prise avec un temps pareil, c'est sûr. Je vous le dis, c'est garanti, vous allez voir, le poisson va mordre. Et pas qu'un peu.
Acting like this is what makes the animation superb, because all we have to do is look to be able to know how the characters are thinking and feeling. I've got to escape, I've got to escape, I've got to... You're mine. Look at these funny frames I found. These are smear frames. They help make fast, exaggerated motions and acting possible. In terms of technique, BREAKUP INFERNO uses 2D character animation on top of 2D backgrounds and a few 3D backgrounds. It all begins with concept art. This is very detailed art that helps the video makers get a sense of the world they're working with. Then, the character concept art. And the character concepts are later turned into model sheets that all the animators can look at to make sure they're drawing the same thing from every single perspective. At this point, after those concepts are done, storyboarding comes into play, and we can see how the movie should look and be timed when it's finished. Look at this, it seems like they had a different ending in mind at first. And now we get into the hardcore drawing. First, backgrounds. In my mind, it's important to at least have these drafted out, because you need to animate your characters with a sense for where the floor and the sky are, so to speak, and whether or not your person's gonna run face first into a tree if they walk left. While the background artists are painting the final backgrounds and building 3D models, the animators will take these rough drafts and start animating. As you can see, basic motion sketches come first. On top of these roughs, the animator draws the most important parts in the animation, and then they'll go bark. And then they'll go bark? Woo, woo. And then they'll go back and draw every position in between. Mortal Breakup Inferno also has shading. If you've ever noticed that a lot of mass-produced 2D cartoons don't have shading, this is why. You have to animate all of the shading the same way the character is animated, which means individual drawings for every piece of shading. Shading is the bane of my existence. Then they added flat colors to the animations. And now is when we get into compositing. This is where you take your backgrounds and characters and insert them into a program like After Effects, and add filters, light, camera movements, and special effects. One thing I find interesting is it looks like the lines themselves are done in black, probably in Toon Boom or something like that. But when you see the final image, the lines are colored, and some of them are imperfect, like a paintbrush did them. I suspect that an animator or colorist updated the line colors, and the texture is either a line stroke setting in the animation program, or it's a filter added only to the line work in the compositing stage. Slap all of that into a rendering program with the music and sound effects added, and you're done. If you want to see more behind the scenes of Mortal Breakup Inferno, I've put some videos from the artists below. I've already shown some of the pieces from those videos here. Remember to come back next week for the new show, or I'll be coming for you. Oh, and please leave a tip if you enjoy the show. Bye-bye.